afternoon. I am Mary Van Brunt, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, and I would like to welcome everyone to Gwynedd Mercy's Academic Convocation. A convocation, by definition, refers to a gathering of people in a university for some type of ceremony. This academic convocation is focused on the celebration of you, our incoming students, as you begin your academic journey here at Gwynedd Mercy University. We will now begin this afternoon's ceremony with the national anthem performed by the Voices of Gwynedd. Following the national anthem, please remain standing if you are able for the invocation offered by Gwynedd Mercy University's Director of Spirituality and Justice, Jeff Wallace. Please stand.
Good afternoon. Let's take a moment in silence, allow the God of mercy to be with us, bow our heads as we begin with a prayer. God of mercy, we gather today to mark the beginning of this new academic year. As our community of mercy takes its first steps on this new journey, embody in us a new sense of hope and purpose. Send down your Spirit to lighten our steps from any anxieties and fears so that we might instead walk down this new path in joy and freedom. Finally, God of mercy, send down abundant blessings on this new class of Griffins. May they experience mercy from those who they interact with in our community and learn how to share this same mercy with one another. For in sharing mercy, Lord, they will join in our university's mission to give all persons the opportunity to pursue successful careers and meaningful lives and become distinctive mercy graduates. We ask all of this in your name. Amen.
Please be seated. It is now my pleasure to introduce Gwynedd Mercy's sixth president, Deanne D'Amelio. President D'Amelio began her tenure at Gwynedd Mercy University in August 2017 and has been committed to Catholic higher education and to the Mercy mission for 24 years. She believes that an education rich in the liberal arts and grounded in mercy is exactly what is needed for today's graduates to make that positive difference in our world. Please join me in welcoming President D'Amelio.
Thank you, Dr. Van Brunt. Good afternoon, everyone. I am so pleased to be able to welcome our newest Griffins to Gwynedd Mercy University's academic convocation. Welcome also to family and friends who are watching the live stream of our ceremony. We are all very excited to finally welcome you into our Gwynedd Mercy family so that you may fully experience the warmth and hospitality that this university community is known for. Please be assured that our faculty, staff, and returning students are ready to share that warmth and hospitality with you in every possible way. As you heard from Dr. Van Brunt, a convocation is a gathering of university students and personnel to celebrate something. So exactly what are we celebrating at Gwynedd Mercy University today? Well, quite simply, we are celebrating you. We want to officially and formally welcome you, our new students, with a gathering that is unique to universities and symbolizes what it means to be a member of the Academy, and in particular, what it means to be a member of this living and learning community. It is important that we pause and recognize the significance of the beginning of an academic year with a ceremony like this. Family members who are listening, we are incredibly grateful for the guidance that you have provided your student and the trust that you have placed in us. Please know that we value this partnership, and I'm already looking forward to seeing you on campus at future events, and especially on graduation day. Students, today you embark on your journey to become distinctive Mercy graduates. You will hear this term used a lot during your time here. It will be something I know you will soon take a lot of pride in. Being a distinctive Mercy graduate means you will be educated in the Mercy tradition, a tradition that will serve each of you well for the rest of your lives. 179 years ago, 7 brave Sisters of Mercy sailed from Ireland to the United States to begin their ministries. They were new visitors in this country. However, they almost immediately began educating children and adults so that those people could have a better life. Their educational mission spread across the world. For almost 75 years here in the Gwynedd Valley, we have been carrying on this historic mission of the Sisters of Mercy to offer an excellent education grounded in the liberal arts and steeped in our Mercy values of integrity in word and deed, respect for the dignity of each person, service to society, and social justice in a diverse world, with special emphasis on the critical concerns of the Sisters of Mercy: racism, immigration, nonviolence, the earth, and women. This approach will prepare you, most certainly, for a successful career and a life filled with purpose and meaning. Our more than 23,000 alumni will attest to that. You are truly at the beginning of the most amazing opportunity, filled with unlimited potential. Being a college student is a real privilege. Many in the world, and even many in the United States, do not have that opportunity to receive a college education. As you begin your educational journey at Gwynedd Mercy University, I encourage you to be courageous like those 7 original Sisters of Mercy and take advantage of the endless possibilities available to you as a Gwynedd Mercy University student. Our mission statement says, quote, "Our learning community prepares students for successful careers and meaningful lives in a global society," end quote. You are now at the center of this learning community. The faculty, the staff, and administration are here every day to support you in achieving your goals. So, whether you are a resident student or a commuter student, my advice to you is to commit to this journey 100%. Sign up for the club, participate on the team, build relationships with your fellow students, faculty, and staff, and push yourself outside of your comfort zone. And most importantly, go to class. Because there, you will find real opportunities for deep and authentic learning from your professors and from your peers and from the material that you will be studying. If you do that, you will have the tools and the power for a successful and meaningful life and be well on your way to becoming a distinctive Mercy graduate. I welcome you again, and I wish you a wonderful fall semester. Thank you so much. Now my pleasure to turn the program back over to Dr. Mary Van Brunt, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs.
Thank you, President D'Amelio. I would now like to introduce Nicole Rival, a junior biology major and the 2022-2023 President of the Student Government Association. Please join me in welcoming Nicole.
Hello, President D'Amelio, Provost Van Brunt, Executive Council, faculty, staff, Griffin families, and fellow Griffins. To the class of incoming Griffins, welcome to Gwynedd Mercy University. My name is Nicole Rival, and I am the President of the Student Government Association. When I sat at my orientation just 2 short years ago, I held few roles. The few titles I had developed in high school, Student Council Treasurer, cheerleader, Kingsway Dragon, no longer mattered because I was beginning my journey as a Gwynedd Mercy Griffin. I was a blank slate, unsure of what would become of me at this school. Being given a blank slate in the world of college can be overwhelming. So in your coming years at Gwynedd, I implore you to remember the 3 S's of success. Seize opportunities, seek help when needed, and most importantly, show up. With the new world of college, you will find yourself with many new opportunities, presented at what feels like every turn. Seize as many as you can. You never know what may become of interest to you. I came to Gwynedd Mercy as a cheerleader, but was offered the chance to try my hand at tennis. I joined SGA as a club rep, but when the opportunity for president came, I threw my name in the running. While it hasn't always been easy, seizing opportunities presented throughout my Gwynedd experience has given me a different but exciting new direction and purpose. I also urge you to seek help when needed. College can be stressful. If you seek it out, you will find that a shoulder to cry on or an encouraging word is never far away. When I have looked for a helping hand, I found a support system so vast that it was almost overwhelming to know so many faculty, staff, and other students were eager to help. I found Allie from Student Engagement, who listens attentively through my almost weekly rants. I found my advisor, who sat me down and explained all the complexities of changing a major, helped me through every step, and answered every little question I had when switching from nursing to biology. Finally, I pray that you always show up. Whether it's to classes or to events, the power of showing up will make your Gwynedd experience the best it can be. When I came to Gwynedd, I knew no one. However, I challenged myself to show up to events such as Fall Fest, Griffin Madness, or the Halloween Festival, to show up to the cafeteria, even if alone, and to show up to clubs and organizations meetings that I was invited to by new friends. Former SGA Vice President Morgan, now one of my closest friends, is the reason I showed up to an SGA meeting in the first place. Show up and make your presence at Gwynedd one that will send out shockwaves. I stand before you now with many new titles: SGA President, Captain of the tennis team, Resident Assistant, Student Activities Committee Secretary, and Biology major. None of which I could have predicted, but all of which I am so happy to fulfill. I look forward to seeing how each and every one of you will impact our Gwynedd community in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole, for your reflection. That's going to be you in just a few short years. So we'll now hear from our academic deans who will discuss the core values that we all strive to adhere to at Gwynedd Mercy University.
Good afternoon. I am Lisa McGarry, Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences, and I am pleased to describe the core value of integrity in word and deed. We hold integrity in word and deed as a foundational priority that lies at the heart of our Mercy community. It requires that we know who we are and what we stand for, that we honor and remain true to our convictions in everything we do, and that we interact with others honestly and directly. In our programs, courses, and co-curricular activities, we emphasize ethical awareness, understanding, and practice, doing the right thing in all circumstances, even when it is difficult. And with a deep sense of integrity and ethics, our distinctive Mercy graduates make a positive impact in their professions and in their communities.
Good afternoon. I'm Meredith Hoke, Dean of Student Success, and our next core value is respect for the dignity of each person. In a world today filled with division, it can be easy to lose sight of the dignity for all people. At Gwynedd Mercy University, we value respect for those who may be different than us, disagree with our views, or may come from a different background. The core value of respect for the dignity of each person teaches that each person is deserving of respect, regardless of race, gender, sexual orientation, socioeconomic status, or political views. Our Catholic Mercy mission teaches that all people are made in the image of God, and special care should be given to those most vulnerable, those most marginalized, so that we can prevent the dehumanization of each person. Students, today you join our community, and it is our hope that during your time here, as well as after graduation, you will honor and respect the dignity of each person whom you may encounter in your personal and professional lives.
Good afternoon. My name is Ann Phelan, and I'm the Dean of the Francis M. McGuire School of Nursing and Health Professions. And I would like to discuss with you the core value of service to society. Gwynedd Mercy University inspires the fundamental value of service to society in their students and distinctive Mercy graduates. Catherine McCauley saw hope in the most marginalized people and vowed to perform service to alleviate their suffering. Therefore, we strive to follow this example in all that we do. Service comes in many forms, such as direct action to help another, community service, fundraising, collecting and donating for a cause, advocating for an issue, and providing a solution. Our choice of service should be inclusive and reflect the dignity and welfare of those we assist and minister to. Everyone has the ability to create differences in our society. Go forth, serve others for a better world today and for the future.
Good afternoon. I'm Mary Sortino, Dean of the School of Business and Education. Our final core value of social justice calls upon us to respect and protect all human rights. Practicing true social justice means leaders make decisions by first looking at what is best for the poor and the marginalized. It also means that those of us who are not in leadership positions call out injustice when we see it, and advocate for those who have less power in our society. Our Mercy mission challenges each of us to look beyond the concept of equality and to advocate for true equity in areas such as access to health care and education, our criminal justice system, government representation, and opportunities for economic advancement. It is this commitment to bringing social justice to life that leads our distinctive Mercy graduates to take action and be a voice for the poor, disenfranchised, and marginalized members of our society.
Thank you, Deans. We will now hear from one of our esteemed faculty members. Dr. Stacy Latini is a tenured associate professor of biology in the School of Arts and Sciences and was recently awarded the Christian R. and Mary F. Lindback Award for Distinguished Teaching. She's been a full-time faculty member since 2009 after earning her BS degree in animal science and her PhD in ecology and evolution from Rutgers University. Dr. Latini has published numerous articles, just recently a textbook, Microbiology for the Health Professions, a case study approach with Cognella Academic Publishing. She's presented at many local, state, and national conferences and has been the recipient of 7 grants, many focused on undergraduate research. She has engaged students in projects relating to stream, macrovertebrate, and fish diversity, parasitic infection, macroinvertebrate and fish hosts, and bacterial diversity in soils, waters, and tree and fish species. Pretty impressive, huh? And mentors her students to present their research at local and regional conferences. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Stacy Latini to share her reflection with you.
Thank you, Provost Van Brunt and President Emilio, faculty and staff, and especially to all our students, especially our new Griffins. Dr. Van Brunt just said a lot of stuff about me, which really equates to nothing more than I am the crazy lady that loves bacteria, bugs, and worms. So that's something you can take away with you, okay? I was asked today to speak to you, so someone must have thought I would be able to give you some inspiring words as you start off the new year here as a Gwynedd Mercy University student. I want for all of you to know that I can say definitively that you have made the correct decision to come to Gwynedd Mercy University. I'm sure that all of you are here for very different reasons. Whether that's you are excited by the program of your chosen major, maybe you fell in love with our beautiful campus, maybe you're playing on one of our amazing sports teams, or we are simply the school that gave you the best financial aid package. Whatever it might be, and whatever your reason is, I can firmly say that you have made an excellent decision. And the reason that I can say this is that Gwynedd is a school in this regional area that is different from every other one in that it is rooted in mercy. We are a community of mercy, and you are now officially a part of that community. And I'm sure you've been thinking, what is this mercy thing all about? Because I'll tell you, when I came here from Rutgers, I thought the same exact thing, okay? Mercy is simply a community of people that have your best interest and well-being at heart. They are here to help you to become your best self. Every faculty and staff member of this university has drunk the Mercy Kool-Aid, all right, so to speak, okay? Every day we live the Mercy mission to help you to get to where you want to be. But I don't want you to mistake me. Mercy is not a handout. We are not going to give you what you want, but we are likely to give you what you need, to misquote the Rolling Stones. Mercy provides a safety net, a support so that you can work towards your goals and your dreams. For example, Mercy is not me giving you an A in my microbiology class because you want an A. Mercy is me working with you to understand the material, checking in throughout the semester, making myself available outside of class so that you can earn the passing grade you deserve. Mercy is a university that helps you to find the services that you need, whether you are struggling with mental health, food insecurity, poverty, illness, or many of the other things that may happen to you in the 4 or 2 or however many years you are here with us. Gwynedd is here to help you along the way. Mercy is being a listening ear when somebody needs it. So today I want to provide 2 small stories of mercy that have greatly impacted my life. One is where I have received mercy from others, and one where I have been blessed to give mercy. And so I'd like to start with receiving mercy. Many years ago, I was a young faculty member. I was young at one point. And when I started here, I had no idea what it meant to be a faculty member at a university, never mind being a full-time teacher. All I knew is that I loved to teach about bacteria, bugs, and worms. I know, I'm a crazy lady, okay? So during that time, I had a lot of confusion, and I was quite helpless at some points. But there were 3 faculty members that stood out to me to really help me during that time. One of these faculty members is now retired, and she has served as the example of what it is to be a strong, intelligent, sometimes forceful, yet kind and generous leader at the university, and I have modeled myself after her. Another was a part-time faculty member who passed away several years ago, and what he taught me was how to focus on the needs of my students in the classroom and how to bring love and life to teaching. And lastly is one faculty member who is here today, and she knows who she is, and she has pretty much been my friend as well as sort of another person that I have modeled myself after by showing me the ins and outs of the university. She told me of her first time teaching horror stories, as well as her shining star moments. She was and is still always there for me when I go to her office and I say to her, I know I should know this, but I don't. And she is always happy to answer my questions. The mercy shown to me by these 3 faculty, and so many more here at this community that I don't have time to tell stories about, has made it so that there is no other place on this planet where I would want to work and teach every day. Lastly, I will end with a story where I was able to give mercy, even though I didn't realize that was what it was at the time and was just doing what I thought needed to be done. Several years ago, I had a biology student that came to us from a very troubled life. She lost her mother at a very young age. Her father was in and out of trouble with the law and was bounced from family member to family member during her teenage years. She came to Gwynedd and struggled academically, mentally, and personally. And by the time that she had me in biology in the spring semester, she was performing very poorly and failing. We spent many, many afternoons talking about her life, her goals, and how to improve her grades. And I'm not gonna lie that even for me, she started off really bad, but was able to squeak out a passing grade at the end of the semester. At the start of her sophomore year, she was much improved academically, but unfortunately her troubles were not over. During her sophomore year, she suffered a serious medical issue as well as financial issues and had to take time off and leave Gwynedd. I was worried about her, but she always kept in touch, and I always kept in touch with her. She spent time with family in New York. She was homeless for a period of time and reached out to me. I worked with her through what was known as campus ministry and is now known as the Mercy Center for Service, Spirituality, and Justice, as well as my local parish to help her find housing. We had many discussions about her future, and I suggested she looked into therapy. And a long story not so short, she ended up finding work, speaking to a therapist, and several years later enrolled in community college, then transferred to a 4-year university, where she has now earned a degree in psychology and is doing a master's degree in counseling. Through her therapy, she has realized that she wants to provide the help that she was given and wants to go on to be a counselor in mental health. We are still in touch to this day, and I could not be prouder of the woman that she became. And that even though she didn't graduate from college, she told me that her time at Gwynedd had had a profound effect on her life. So once a Griffin, always a Griffin. What these two stories have at their heart is mercy. Mercy is not the 3 faculty doing my job for me or providing me support, but providing me support to become the professor that I am today. Mercy is not passing a failing student, but to be a support and a guide to help a student pass the class on their own merits and achieve their goals and dreams. By coming to Gwynedd Mercy University, you have made the choice to let mercy be part of your life, whether you like it or not. So in your faculty, in your staff, and in your fellow students, you will find support, that safety net, and that mercy. So take some advice from a crazy woman who loves bacteria, bugs, and worms, and I will talk to you about them endlessly if you ever talk to me. Only you can do the hard work to make your dreams come true. We cannot do the hard work for you. But if you find yourself in the need of mercy, of help, seek it, because it is here for you. And it will be provided for you. Also, as being part of this community of mercy, be sure to provide mercy for others and be merciful with yourself. You will make mistakes, but all of us here at Gwynedd are here for you. I will end today with my my favorite quote by the founders of the Sisters of Mercy, Catherine McCauley, who I'm sure you've heard a lot about and you will hear a whole lot more about in your time here at Gwynedd. I use this quote every day to guide my days, and I hope that you will do the same. Quote, "Let us take one day in hands at a time, resolve to do good today, but better tomorrow." End quote. Welcome to the Circle of Mercy. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Latini, for that insightful reflection. And she is just one example of these amazing faculty that you're going to get to work with at Gwynedd as long as you go to class. So they're looking forward to meeting you next week. Now I'd like to ask Dr. James Gallo, Vice President for Mission Planning and Effectiveness, to come forward to lead us in confirming our shared commitments.
Today marks the beginning of a journey that we all make together. Everyone at this convocation has a role to play in making the mission of Gwynedd Mercy University a real and vibrant part of the student experience. And so, I invite the faculty and staff who are present and watching from home, the family members watching from home, and all of our students, new and returning, to proclaim together the following commitment statements that are listed in your program. Will the faculty and staff who are here and watching from home please stand and join with me in reading the commitment statement. In the spirit of mercy, together let us proclaim our commitment. As members of the university community, we welcome our new students to the Circle of Mercy. We promise to respect each of you as an individual with a unique history and destiny, and to create a safe space where you can express your authentic self. We promise to challenge you to go beyond your comfort zone, to think critically about the issues that impact our world, and to develop a global consciousness. We promise to support you academically, spiritually, and developmentally as you grow into the fullness of the person God has called you to be. Thank you. Now I'll ask the families of our students to join in reading your statement at home. In the spirit of mercy, I proclaim you to proclaim your commitment. As a family member of a Gwynedd Mercy student, I affirm this important new undertaking in my student's life, with all its struggles and joys. I promise to be open to my student's educational journey while at Gwynedd Mercy University. In partnership with the university, I will support my student's success to the best of my ability and support my student as they navigate this new life. Thank you. And will all our gathered students, new and returning, please stand and join me in your commitment statement. And in the spirit of mercy, I invite you to proclaim your commitment. As a Gwynedd Mercy University student, I accept the challenge to open myself to new ideas, perspectives, and experiences. I promise to honor the university's core values, and I will make service to others a hallmark of my college education, so that one day I can call myself a distinctive Mercy graduate.
May be seated. Friends, on behalf of the university community, I receive and celebrate your commitment. To paraphrase the words of St. Paul to the Philippians, may God, who has begun this good work in you, carry it through to completion.
Jeff Wallace will now come forward to give the closing prayer. After the prayer, the platform party and faculty will process out as the voices of Gwynedd sing the Circle of Mercy. Students, please wait for directions from your orientation leaders. Thank you.
Please stand. Let us pray. We are a community that values respect for the dignity of each person. May each of you, made in the image and likeness of God, be welcomed and celebrated here in all your uniqueness. We are a community that values integrity in word and deed. May your years in our learning community challenge and deepen who you are and what you value as you prepare for successful careers and meaningful lives in a global society. We are a community that values service to society. May you discern and develop the particular talents God has given you and discover the delight of using those talents to enrich the lives of those in need. We are a community that values social justice in a diverse world. May the critical concerns of the Sisters of Mercy for women and children, immigration reform, care for the earth, the practice of nonviolence, and active anti-racism become more deeply rooted in you during your time at Gwynedd Mercy University. We are a community made richer and more blessed by each new person to widen our circle of mercy. Today, you have widened that circle. May you always know the blessing of being a valued member of this family of mercy. And may the blessing of Almighty God, the one we call Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, descend upon you, guide your path, and bring you great joy now and forever. Amen.